I played Lieutenant Malcolm Reed on Enterprise, as you probably know, and you are listening to the NX 7062 podcast. Enjoy.
Yes, you are listening to the 7062 podcast. Can you tell that it's been one of those days? Restream didn't boot my stuff over to YouTube, so I didn't have the link until right now, and I'm shooting it out. So hopefully everybody will finally see it on social media and join the conversation. Thank you to whoever is viewing me right now and was just cool enough to just go to my channel and hang out until it all went live. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. There we go. Oh, let's just get this. Nancy. Not yet, Nancy, because I had some technical difficulties getting the link to work, but there's Chris. Hey, the link just went live, and hopefully people are getting all of those lovely little notifications that I've gone live, because it is right before Halloween. And we all know what that means. It means it's time to talk Star Trek actors in spooky Halloween stuff. So first of all, I can't believe I found this shirt. I love this shirt. Somebody, I don't know, a year or so ago mentioned that they saw this shirt online, and I thought it was so fun. And hey, Jeanine, hey. I thought it was such fun. I had to get it for myself. I honestly don't usually wear it out of the house. And I know it's backwards for you guys, but it says single, taken, mentally dating Malcolm Reed, and I just thought it was such a funny little shirt. In fact, I don't even think I need to be wearing this. It's not that cold in here tonight. Anyway, so I literally stumbled across this shirt the other day, and I thought, well, how fun. I'll have to wear it for the show tonight. Especially since I just saw Connor and Dominic over the weekend, not at the Hollywood show, which wasn't this past weekend, but the weekend before. So, of course, I had to wear my mentally dating Malcolm Reed shirt since I got to see him and Trip and hang out with Dr. Phlox. But that stories are all going to have to wait till another time, because the souvenir I came home with, just like from STLV, I'm sick. I didn't use hand sanitizer. That's on me. And I did a lot of stuff and took money. And so I'm hoping my throat will hold out. But you know what? It sounds creaky and scratchy. So I guess it kind of fits in with a Halloween themed show. The other thing, because I was busy out in Palm Springs last week, is that I did not watch Lower Decks. Why? Because I have a great TV here. I want it at 4K. I wanted to watch it here. And the TV at the place I was staying in Palm Springs had dish. Didn't have any way to plug into it. I mean, it was up on a wall. I mean, maybe I could have done something, but I just figured, you know what? I'll binge watch it. I'll save it till I get home so I can watch it when I'm feeling better. This weekend, I'm not doing anything but catching up on TV. Hey, Robert. Good to see you. Sorry if you guys all had to stumble through to find the link. Like I said, Restream let me down tonight. So no Lower Decks chat tonight. And I'm a week behind on. Hi, Kazbar. Thank you for joining us. Good to see you. And I'm a week behind on the Decon Chamber. My big plan on the Decon Chamber was I was driving from LA to Palm Springs when they aired the Michael Dorn, Michelle Hurd episode. So I thought, that's great. They'll keep me company. It takes 2 hours to drive to Palm Springs. That's perfect. Couldn't get the audio to play through. Hey, Dave. Couldn't get the audio to play through the car. So I just went back to, all right, Aussie represent. Love it. So I couldn't get the audio to play. I don't know what was wrong. But when I woke up at 12:30 a.m. on Sunday, got in the car to drive back to catch my plane, I decided to give it one more shot, and the audio worked. So I did catch up. I did listen to the Michael Dorn, Michelle Hurd Decon Chamber episode while I was driving to the airport, which was great because, again, it was about an hour. So it killed an hour, and then I killed 15 minutes trying to figure out the Trek trivia question. and I couldn't get it. But I blame that on, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning and no coffee. Or I did have coffee, but it takes more than that. Oh, that's awesome, Chris. Yes, Michelle is very cool. She is on my potential guest list. I just have to start sending out emails. I've talked to Michelle a couple of times. I've known her. I knew her from her SVU days. She's fantastic. She is absolutely fantastic. And anybody out there who hasn't had a chance to meet her, go have a conversation with her. She's a superstar. She really is. In the best possible way. And to know that she and Michael hit it off so well, considering he had to be her handler for Picard and everything. It was good that their chemistry, that they had that chemistry between the actors so that it translated so well on screen. So I was really glad to hear that. And, that's the thing about having repeat guests. You guys know I have repeat guests. And I love that the Decon Chamber is bringing back people that Connor and Dominic have talked to before, because there's always something new, especially in Michelle's life. Dorn got to, when Dorn was on by himself, it was very different than when he was on with Michelle. And when Michelle was on by herself, it was different. So it's great that they bring people back that they've had on before, because there's always new stories. And they're holding these shows, to an hour. So that's great, because, a lot of these people, you can't get to the bottom of everything in an hour. So you have them back. So I think that that's fantastic. Can you tell my voice is already going? So let's see. Okay, yep. So I do need to watch the Armin and Kitty episode. I know maybe I'll do a double play on Sunday. Like I said, this my throat, my ears, everything is just going. And I really thought I was doing better until I got on the plane yesterday, and then it all went to hell. All I can say is thank God for ice water right now and Mucinex. Okay, so who wants to talk Halloween Trek? Some of you did absolutely reach out to me with suggestions about what I should watch. Somebody had suggested Frighteners, which I actually just saw over the summer because I went to that Jeffrey Combs retrospective in Phoenixville. I wish it was Phoenix. I would love to go to Arizona. Phoenixville, which is just outside PA. And I am friends with, thanks to my association with the Shuttlepod Show, I have a friend named Mars, and she is a huge Jeff Combs fan. So we were both there, and it was just 2 days worth of Jeff. Frighteners, I am so glad they showed Frighteners, because I'd never seen Frighteners before, believe it or not. And it wasn't what I expected. It was sweet, and it was funny, and it had that mystery, and I love Michael J. Fox. So and Jeff was, oh my God. Jeff was great as always. So I really did enjoy Frighteners. I highly recommend it for that kind of light-hearted spookiness. But if you want crazy, gory Jeff Combs, then you go Reanimator, which is gore the way The Evil Dead is gore. It's like gore porn. It's like over the top. But Herbert West is such a fantastic character. Jeff does him so well. I know he had a lot of fun filming it, especially Bride of Reanimator has a head with bat wings on it. It's hysterical. So the other one, and this is so funny, I posted about this. I upgraded I have Philo, which is fantastic, by the way. It's only I was grandfathered in at $25 a month. Their new base plan is $28, but it's because you get AMC Plus, which is great because that's Fear Fest for all October is Fear Fest, which is 90% of what I was watching when I was in California. And AMC Plus, so I can watch a whole bunch of other stuff. But one of the channels was AMC Thriller, which I didn't know AMC had sub-channels. Which was AMC Thriller, and they were showing Castle Freaks. So if you have AMC Plus, if you have a subscription to AMC Plus, look up Castle Freaks. It's another Jeff Combs movie. Believe it or not, he is not the protagonist. It's really good. There are some gory scenes in there that I cringe. I usually don't cringe. There are a couple things that make me cringe when I watch a movie. Human on human stuff bothers me more than like Freddy and Jason and Michael Myers. Watching human on human stuff always freaks me out more. The other thing that I can't stand is watching somebody get their Achilles tendon cut. It makes me like, oh my God, it's like, I curl up. I can't with the nails on a chalk. It's like nails on a chalkboard or whatever. I saw it in Hostel and Pet Cemetery. Judge, the baby cuts Judge's foot. And, so I have a real problem with that. And I'm not going to spoil it, but if you watch Castle Freaks, there is a scene in there that made me do, again. So, yeah, it's pretty, if you're into gross and non, I don't know, fantasy, Back from the Dead kind of thing. It's a little more quote unquote realistic, not completely, but it's a little more quote unquote realistic. I said Pet Cemetery, which also has a Star Trek bent to it, not the reboot. I have not watched the redo of Pet Cemetery because I loved the first one. And Denise Crosby was in it. So, and I actually saw Denise Crosby at a HorrorCon a few years ago. They were doing a Pet Cemetery reunion. So that had the unintentional Star Trek reference. So let's see what else was on the list. Frighteners, Reanimator. Oh, Master of Horrors was something else with Jeff. Master of Horrors was one of those series, like Creep Show. Well, yeah, Creep Show. Tales from the Crypt, it was a weekly horror thing. And they did this, and Jeff did Poe. And it was, of course, Jeffrey Combs does a fantastic Edgar Allan Poe. But it was, I think it was his first outing as Poe. And it was this twist on Poe in real life. And it was really good. It was really good. This is why this one's going to be short, guys. Scary is when I cough. Okay. So the other ones that were suggested to me, Night of the Lepus from Dave Gregory, because there is a Riff Tracks version. And as I said before, if you have never seen something Riff Tracked, oh my God, you need to. If you were ever a fan of Mystery Science Theater 3000, the guy that played Mike Nelson and the two guys that did the voices of the robots basically took the show on the road, and now they kind of do it for they've expanded it. Basically, they just riff on movies, and you can find them all at rifftracks.com. They and they're obviously they're sci-fi fans as well. And they did Night of the Lepus, which was a really bad horror movie starring the one and only DeForest Kelley. And you get to see DeForest Kelley with a mustache, very 70s mustache. And literally they riff from like the very beginning, like they'll riff through the credits. So they start riffing the minute the movie starts rolling, and the minute DeForest's name comes up, it's something like, "Damn it, Jim, I'm a this, not a that." So literally started with Star Trek references. There were more references to Star Trek throughout the movie. Night of the Lepus, they explain throughout the entire movie. Lepus is Latin for rabbit. Lepus, Lepus, however you pronounce it. And it was literally about rabbits invading towns. But let's not forget giant rabbits. This guy accidentally bred these giant rabbits. I mean, like size of cow rabbits. And for some reason, they went from being herbivores to carnivores. So now the rabbits are running around eating and killing people. It's literally a bunch of regular sized rabbits running through little toy towns. I mean, you could literally like toy train track towns. Remember those? It's bad. It's literally, Shatner did Kingdom of the Spiders. So instead of creepy crawly spiders, you have really cute bunnies that are running around killing people. And it is definitely one of those movies that you should not watch any other way but Riff Tracks, because Riff Tracks makes everything more palatable. My favorite horror movie that has nothing to do with Star Trek that they riff is called Birdemic. I say horror, it's in quotes. Birdemic is one of my favorite riff movies. So if you're looking for funny, bad horror, then I would definitely suggest looking up Birdemic. It's on Prime Video. Robert is headed out to Rhode Island Comic-Con tomorrow. Awesome. Travel safely. And you've got, that's amazing. A group photo with Frakes and Dorn And of course, you're all going to be dressed as Klingons. Robert, that's fantastic. Safe travels. Can't wait to, see you post pictures. Absolutely. So that's going to be great. That's going to be great. That's an awesome photo op. The other movie that was recommended to me, and I believe Dave did this one too, was Lord of Illusion, which I knew I watched, but I wanted to rewatch it just to kind of refresh my memory. So I had it on in the background today because work was quiet, and I always have to have something on in the background. So it's 95. It's Bakula. You get to hear him curse. He's very uncaptain-like. But here's something very interesting. Femke Janssen is, I always mispronounce her last name wrong, is in it too, and I forgot about that. And she was in one of my favorite episodes of TNG called Perfect Mate. I believe that's the title. Perfect Mate's the one with Tim O'Connor from Buck Rogers and Femke, who some of you may know as Jean Grey from the original X-Men movies. I knew her obviously from TNG first, but she was in this movie. So in Perfect Mate, the Mesomorph falls in love with Picard, but Picard can't do anything about it. Well, Captain Archer got to do something about the fact that he liked Femke's character in this movie. The other person that was in it that I forgot about is the guy that played Benny in The Mummy. Anybody that's seen the original Mummy, the one with Brendan Fraser, love it. Benny was in Lord of Illusion, and it was good. It was spooky. It was scary. The other thing that was in it that cracked me up is the Magic Castle, because for those of you that may not know, Bonnie Gordon, who does the voice of the Protostar in Prodigy, works at the Magic Castle. So it was kind of cool to go back and watch it again this time, because I'm like, Magic Castle, I wonder if any of it was like the real Magic Castle, because you have to be a member of the Magic Castle to be let in. Bakula was playing a private investigator and they let him in. I don't know if it was shot on location, if they used the front. I'll have to ask Bonnie if she knows. Yeah, it'd been a minute too. I watched it a couple years ago. Chris, I am so glad you had fun at SpaceCon. I had a lot of fun at the Hollywood show, and again, I'll tell you all about it. And the non-Star Trek stuff. So let's see. So I watched Lepus today. I watched Lord of Illusion. Hollywood Kills. My only deal with Hollywood Kills is I need to watch it before Halloween's over. I just watch it every year. So I'll probably watch it. Yes, she was. And I actually got to tell her that. Femke was in Nip Tuck. She was fantastic. Nip Tuck was one of my favorite shows. And I actually got to tell her that. I met her. She's a bit of a germaphobe. I don't know if it's germaphobe or people, whatever it is, but you're not allowed to touch her. You can't shake her hand. And when you take a picture with her, because I have a picture with her, when you take a picture with her, you have to, she was sitting on a chair and you could put your hand on the chair, but you couldn't touch her. But I did get to tell her that my favorite, one of her roles was Nip Tuck, and I thought she was fantastic in it. So yeah, I've met Femke. She's been in a lot of other horror movies. She was in one with James Marsters from Buffy. Top of my head, I can't remember the damn title. I'm not going to shut up. It's my show. And yes, I did meet her. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, Bonnie is it. Yeah, I heard she was going to do Starbase Indy again. Hopefully she'll make it. She's got such a busy schedule that one. Every time you turn around, Bonnie's off doing something else. I'm actually going to get to see her in New Jersey in a couple of weekends because I have a table. Thanks to Chris, I've got a table at Secaucus. So I'm going to be at Star Trek New Jersey. I'm really excited. Bummed that Connor and Dominic aren't going to be able to be there, but so many other people. Sirach's going to be there. They're doing the To the Journey premieres that Monday. So that's going to be awesome. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go yet, but I'm hoping so because I will have taken off work on Friday. So this little guy wanted to come say hi. Everybody kneel before Zod because he's come up to make an appearance. Okay. So I do also have to mention, this isn't technically a horror movie. This is a people being mean to people movie, which, like I said, they tend to scare me a little bit more. That Connor did, and the only reason that I am mentioning it for Halloween, oh, okay, shoot, there's a tweet that just shot across my notification. I'm gonna have to check that out when the show's over. Connor did a movie called A Good Day to Die, believe it or not. It was a terrible Western. And he was the bait, and this guy was hunting him, and it was called A Good Day to Die. And if there's any reason to watch it around now, is people being mean to people is horror in my POV. It's Connor and the title. He also did The Exorcist 4. And actually, well, hold on. Guys, give me 1 second because I need to look something up. Because I think there's a funny coincidence, but I don't want to misquote myself. So let's see. Let's see. Darn it. Guess we're gonna have to do it this way. You guys can talk amongst yourselves, ask questions. Lasso, is Lasso here? Oh, hi, Lasso. Good to see you. I was thinking, I always think about you, but I was watching some Wonder Woman clips today. So, of course, I was thinking about you. I got to look something up because this is going to kill me, and I can't end the show if I don't figure this out for myself. And should I have looked this up prior to the show? Yeah. Oh, well, okay. The other thing you can watch is the one season of The Purge that Connor did, because The Purge, I love all of the Purge movies. Yeah, I know, it's people. Exorcist. Oh, it's not 4. It's called Exorcist House of Evil. Sorry, I don't know why I thought it was Exorcist 4. It's called Exorcist House of Evil. So see, I'm glad I looked it up because that's not what I was thinking. So anyway, yeah, Connor did Exorcist House of Evil. Let's see. Yes, exactly. All Hail Zod. Oh, that's cool. Starbase Indie's on my bucket list. Definitely. Starbase Indie's on my bucket list. Okay. So the other movie I wanted to mention, if you really want to freak yourself out, I mentioned you in my YouTube video that's coming out tomorrow afternoon. Oh, thank you, Lasso. I'll have to tune that in. Don't let me forget. Because I'm tired. You know what? I should probably put a sticky note on my computer. If I'm not in a meeting, I'll have to check it out. Because that's my work time, but I have no problems listening to things at work. So if I'm not, like I said, stuck in some sort of meeting. So if you guys really want to freak yourselves out, and in a way, if you're a fan of Land of the Lost, have part of your childhood completely ruined, check out The Toolbox Murders. It's a movie that Wesley Ure did. And again, people being horrible to people. And I watched it because, as I have said before, I always support my friends in whatever projects, giving a little watch. Like Hollywood Kills is available to rent. Dominic's still getting a penny, for doing that movie. Go rent it. Go rent it on Prime Video. So I love when people do the chats amongst themselves. I love that. Such a community. I have my chat pack 7062. Anyway, Toolbox Murders. I can't watch it. I will not watch it again. I told Wesley, you freaked me out so much in that movie. Is that a spoiler alert? Kind of, sort of, but you should still watch it. So I was like, I love you, Wesley. You freaked me out. But if you like a good freak out, if you like a good horror, that one I would definitely recommend. Toolbox Murders. He also did one called Jennifer, not Jennifer's Body. I believe it was just called Jennifer. And again, see, I love this multitasking thing where I can just check in on IMDb while I'm talking to you guys. All right, let's see. No, title. There we go. Not Jennifer's Body, just Jennifer. Thank you. Let's see if this is the one I'm thinking about. Yep, there he is. Oh, there's Bert Convey is in Jennifer, and he plays Jeff Reed. So anyway, Jennifer, I should put on my list. But he also did Jennifer. And Wesley, as we all know, is 0 degrees of separation from Star Trek, since David Gerrold was one of their head writers. And in fact, he just posted in a Land of the Lost group that he's going to start writing a Land of the Lost book. So, and we all know David Gerrold, Trouble with Tribbles. So, yeah, so that's where Wesley fits into Star Trek. So definitely check that out. Guys, I wasn't kidding. My voice is going. My ears have not finished popping. Do you guys have any more suggestions for good Star Trek Halloween stuff? I mean, there's, like I said, there's always the classics. You got the Hellraiser 1 with Andrew. I almost said Divoff, and that's the Wishmaster. With Garrick. And you've got 3 with Terry Farrell. Andrew Robinson. See, that's how sick I am. I can't remember Andrew Robinson's name. But guys, I love you all. I am so glad that you are here with me. I am so glad to be back with you, but this is it for me. My voice is going. And unless anybody has any last words, I am literally just going to tell you all to have a very happy Halloween. If you can carve a pumpkin like the one that I'm showing behind me, send me pictures. Or if you can carve any sort of Star Trek pumpkin, that would be awesome. Make your head a Star Trek character and your body in a box. And oh my God, Lasso, that's great. That is great. I love that. Star Trek Pez candy. That is a great costume idea. Gold star for Magic Lasso. Guys, happy Halloween. I'm going to go rest up. Thanks, Dave. You guys all have a good night. See you in 2 weeks. Next week, thanks, Nancy. Next week, we are going to be talking about the Hollywood show and LA and Palm Springs and why I wish I could just teleport myself there whenever I want. Until then, you guys all have a great week. And please don't forget to live long and prosper.
Listening